Welcome to the Curry Gumbo Podcast with Nicole and Ashley, and today we have another 90s movie review. Stay tuned. I just remember the perception of Lynn Whitfield being this crazy woman.
Mm-hmm.
But watching this, and we'll get into the synopsis, the movie is about Darnell, played by Martin, who is dating multiple women. But then he meets Brandy and he pursues her. And Brandy tells him multiple times, Brandy played by Lynn Whitfield, to leave her alone.
City. I want to put you on the VIP.
Chocolate City. Thank you, but no thank you.
Well, I just figured since you're in the neighborhood, if you came to the neighborhood to shop, come on, party in the neighborhood.
I don't get to the neighborhood very often.
Oh,
Drive on, Louise.
don't be like that.
She warned this man. She said, no, I don't, leave me alone. You don't need my phone number. He finds out where she works. Brandy is a real estate agent, or she owns a real estate company, I believe. And he ends up at one of her properties for a showing, knowing good and well he cannot afford this property.
I have a very serious question for you, because you see, this is my business. Can you afford this house?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't be here if I couldn't be here.
He makes her work, pretty much, knowing he's not going to buy this house. So you see the persistence. He wants to date her, but he's not serious. He's going hard for this girl who he knows he's not serious about, because he got 5 other women he's not even serious about.
There's so much gaslighting happening, because this girl has given you a no like 5 times, and you pressure her into giving you the time of day. When I was younger, I remember feeling bad for Darnell's character, because I just thought, oh my goodness,
This woman is crazy.
Woman, she's out of her mind. She's unstable, and she is abusive. All of these things can be true. I do think that she has some mental instability issues.
Yes.
I do think that she might be a little emotionally deranged. I do think that she is abusive. But I also think that Martin Lawrence, in his own way, is kind of playing around with abusive tactics. Because again, you said it exactly right. He's juggling multiple women
that he doesn't care about.
He seems to be very clear with some of them, or at least one of them. I would say with the Nikki character that he's not really interested in monogamy, right? Because when he goes to her job, he's meeting a lot of them on the job. It looks like Nikki works at a hair salon, and she's like, you need to be checking in on me. You need to be doing all of this for me. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm your woman. He's like, I ain't locked down with nobody. So he is honest in that respect with her. I would say with Adrienne, the really shy girl who works at the cleaners, the laundry service, she's super shy, so it seems like he doesn't really need to be completely honest with her. I don't think that she might be too shy to even ask the question, what are we together? Are you with anybody else? How many women are you seeing? It seems like she wouldn't even press that issue. And the woman with a lot of kids is probably like, nigga, I ain't got enough time to, I'm probably going to make some assumptions about what you are doing because I've let you meet my kids. You are telling me that you want to spend time with me and my children. I'm assuming that you are coming into this relationship with some seriousness, with some intention, but yeah, he schemes, slithers his way into Brandy's life.
Violation number one is showing up at her job. I was like,
my job,
man.
My job. Showed up at the motherfucking job. Bothering me, first of all, bothering me when I'm getting into my limo. I don't give a fuck if it's near Chocolate Damn City. I don't give a fuck about chocolate, Hershey Kisses, Cocoa Puff country, nothing. I don't give a damn about any of that. I'm minding my business. You try to step into my limo, leave that little nasty, greasy ass fucking chocolate Uno card that's supposed to be a fucking VIP card. You gonna slip that into my window, bitch? I don't know. This how COVID got started. There's an element of pushback that he's getting. Like, first it's the window, and it's like, I'm going to move past this. I don't care if you're rolling this window up on me. I'm going to slip this card in. When he goes to the job, you see how he like hits himself on the glass before he enters the building because he doesn't even see the glass. It's like, these are hints that maybe this ain't what you want, or maybe this isn't what you deserve. Maybe
when she calls, first of all, he snuck up to the elevator because he kind of grabbed somebody's badge to get in the elevator. Snuck up there. She called security first thing. And then he's like, no, but wait. And I'm like, how many times does she have to tell you no? And then when he showed up at the showing of the house, he kind of schemed his way there. It's like, sir, what are we doing? What do you want? What do you want?
And I wouldn't have had an issue with any of that. I would have thought that shit was funny. It would have been a little stalkery, but it's like, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like Love Jones. Like, you got my address on this?
That was creepy too.
This creepy. What you doing now? But all right. You know, but cute people get away with things. I think we've seen this. I guess it's always been wrong, but it didn't become abusive until he was like, what game are you playing?
What kind of game are you playing?
No, I'm not playing no game. See, when I came at you honest and direct, you wouldn't give me the time of day. So you tell me, what kind of game you playing?
Nigga, what the fuck are you talking? You have literally come into my job. You have literally inserted yourself into my life when I have asked you not to multiple times. And that moment where they are in the forest horseback riding, I am pissed. And because it reminds me of so many masculine people, when they don't get what they want, how they will throw a fucking fit and turn you into a problem just to get what they want. You want to fuck this girl in front of two horses, no bed in sight, no couch, no plushie, nothing. You just want to fuck her on the damn ground in the dirt. That's what you want to do with this lady who got enough money to buy your ass. That's what you want to do with this woman. Okay, child. LP, what kind of game are you playing? Why you bring me out here? Oh, you don't trust me? Why the fuck should she trust? Bitch, you better be happy she don't trust you.
Exactly.
That's why when shit went left, I was like, but this I was like,
listen, she told you plenty of times to leave her alone.
Leave me alone.
And then so Brandy ends up at Chocolate City, which is where Darnell works. She kind of, I guess, wears down in a way. Like she goes to Chocolate City. She sees Darnell. Darnell's excited. And even then, he kind of seemed like something shifted there, because I was like, I didn't know like what was up with her or him, because he was like, oh, I'm just here to see my man. And he was like, I ain't your man. And I'm like, this whole time, ain't this what you wanted? But now you want to act like you don't want to be her man? Okay.
So the first time, let's go back. The first time she comes to the club, she says she comes to the club just to see the club, not to see him, right? And then I think we get that montage of them dating, and then we get her and them two on horseback, him trying to kiss up on her, and she's just not having it. And he gets upset and is like, let's go back to the stables. And then she comes to the club again.
And then also the second time, that's when Mia was there with
Yes.
her date that obviously is getting Darnell
Very
jealous.
upset. Yeah.
And so then we see that Mia is someone that Darnell, I guess, really admires or wants to be with, but he kind of feels like that will never happen. Or I don't know, like I mean, it's going to progress later on, but then it's like, are you just dating all these other women until Mia will finally pay attention to you? Or are you thinking, like, do you think Mia cares that you dating all these other women? Is that supposed to make her jealous?
So Mia is played by the wonderful Regina King, who is in every LA film, because we are in LA. I don't know why sometimes this film gives me Miami vibes. I think because I think club. And for some
Chocolate
reason,
City.
yeah, for some reason, when I think club, black people, I think Miami. And when I think water and beach,
In the
I think
water,
Miami. I don't
beach
think
house.
LA. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why that's the case. I think it's maybe Bad Boys does that, but this, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
Bad
don't know.
Boys is
It's weird.
Miami.
But other than that, why am I connecting? I don't know. Maybe it's the way it's shot. Maybe before then everything was so inner city that I didn't
We never
associate
saw the rest
black.
of LA.
I never really associated black LA films with water, with the beach, with I just didn't do that. It was all like
Even the houses look kind of like Miami homes, and like where Darnell's mom lived.
mm-hmm.
That can easily be in Miami. Them
Yeah,
single story
I think
homes.
yeah.
That can be Miami.
Like I'm thinking, was this before or after Friday? But I'm not thinking beach. So yeah, so Mia is played by Regina King, and you can tell that they are like lifelong friends. They've been in each other's lives for a very long time. When the name Mia is presented to him, it's
Face
like
lights
everything
up.
stops. Yeah. And it's always the women in his life who are introducing Mia, right? Because Darnell, his father has passed on, but his mother does he live with his mom? Do they
I
all
don't
live
know
in a
where
house
he lives.
together?
I think so, because I think we would have seen his house if he had his own home.
Yeah, and when Brandy throw that damn brick through his car, he's like, "You won't come to my house?" I was like, "I thought that was your mom's house," but I think they all live there together, which also says something about his maturity. Not saying that people who live with their parents are immature, but I think Darnell is kind of doing all right. He can get his own spot. So why?
Well, he's kind of lying, because he's saying he's about to own the club. Like, how close are you to owning this club, sir? Like, what
Child,
exactly is
he
your
say
job?
that every day ever since his boss is like, "I'm looking for partners." Oh, this is about to be mine. This is about to be mine. Oh, this is about to be mine.
Like, how realistic are we about you
Yeah.
having ownership in this club?
But it's so because that's good, because I want to bring the boss into this Smitty. So because his mother, Mrs. Wright, who's played by Della Reese, her husband has passed on, so Darnell is kind of without a father. But I do feel like Smitty kind of takes a paternal role in his life.
Yeah,
He's
he gives
kind of
him some
giving him
advice.
advice. He's the older black male figure in his life, and he is also in a way like Darnell is about to inherit something from this man. So like he is literally like not literally, but he has some paternal qualities. There's like a father-son relationship between these two people. But as far as the women in his life, they are the ones who are kind of constantly reminding him that Mia is here and you love Mia. When his sister comes home from school bragging about, not bragging, but she's very excited that she got asked to the senior prom, and she's like, "Oh, Mia's back." You know, they know how to say it because they know that that's going to get to him. Right? And they also recognize him as a bit of a player. Like they know he ain't no good. They know he be dogging out these women. But yeah, he loves Mia. I wish that it's unfortunate to see that the only person that he offers honesty to or respect to is the one that he wants to be with. It's like you can still respect and honor the women who you're just casually dating. You are able to do that. Why you're not doing it?
We said Mia's back and she's dating the guy who owns a chicken restaurant, which Darnell is very jealous of, and we can tell the jealousy is all over his
Yes.
face.
Reggie, played by Miguel A. Nunez Jr. We remember him from Joanna Man,
Yep.
and also he's Pretty Tony or Pretty Ricky in the episode Martin where he goes to his high school reunion, and there was a character there who used to bully him, and he's just like a pretty boy figure. So I think seeing him, because I think at this time you remember him from Martin, it's easy to put him in kind of the antagonistic space.
Yes.
It's easy to be like, oh gosh, here's this person who I know Darnell doesn't like. He is rich. He has a Porsche. His family owns a franchise.
Family wealth.
Well, they don't even own like they own the company that is franchised out. Like
multiple locations.
Yeah, so he has already come into his inheritance. Darnell has not done this yet, Yeah, he is dating the woman that he wants.
Darnell
but I'm
wants.
assuming,
yep.
He will eventually. I think Darnell is just, waiting to shoot his shot with Mia.
But Darnell plays too many. Well, I mean, we already established he plays a lot of games. But anyway, fast forward. Mia and Darnell end up at Club Chocolate one night, and then I guess Mia kind of breaks. No, Mia and Reggie. Mia, Reggie, and Darnell, and Brandy at the club at Club Chocolate. And
notice the difference in color scheme. First, she comes in all white, and she is white from head to toe. Why you got on white shoes? Why your hair look like that? I'm wondering like who was doing the hair and the makeup in this show. What was the budget? Because I just kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like this ponytail. No, Lynn Whitfield got money. She she's not doing that. But yeah, all white, angelic. She returns back straight black, straight like completely a 180 from this angelic figure that we saw prior.
And Brandy kind of shades Mia because when they're doing the introductions, and Darnell is like, "Oh, this is Mia and Reggie," and Brandy's like, "Okay."
But it's like, does she shade her because she knows that Darnell is probably interested in her? Is it just because I'm going to shade any woman he's near? Because I would think you met Mia when she was with Reggie. So
that's what I was thinking. So I'm like, if it was me, I'm like, okay, well, obviously, if they had anything in the past, she has a man, like they've moved on. So there's nothing there. So, I mean, just so to speak, there's no reason to be upset. Like she's not trying to get with Darnell.
It's a woman. It's a woman, and she's like, no, I don't trust it. Mm-mm.
But I was gonna say this is where Mia kind of breaks it off with Reggie. She says she doesn't want anything serious. She kind of wants to be single.
No, you don't. You're lying. Why you
And
lying?
then but then we hear from Darnell's mom that Mia's thinking about going back into the Air Force.
Mm.
So that's it. Of course, Darnell is like, no, she can't leave.
No, chill.
Okay, Brandy and Darnell.
So after this night, he goes back to her house, and they, as the cool kids say, start knocking boots. And before they do that,
And I'm scared.
Look, I'm scared too. Okay? I'm scared. You can see it in my eye. But you got to trust me. I'm here for you.
that girl say scared 25 times. I'm scared. I'm very frightened. Please don't hurt me. Are you dating anyone? She has the questionnaire that I give people. Are you dating it? Are you married? Are you in a serious relationship? Is there anyone in your life who, if they saw us together right now, would they get upset? Who tell me what's going on? Are you giving anyone your time to the point that they think they go with you?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Because you gotta ask. What's going on? Because you will be like, oh, are you married? Oh no, I'm not married. And niggas will be silent. And then
do you have a wife who thinks you're married?
Right. 2 weeks later, be like, oh, I'm not married, but like I am engaged. But my fiance, she know what's up. She know what I be out here doing. She know I'm always gonna come home there. But when was you gonna let me know? When were you gonna let me know this? There is nothing wrong with non-monogamy. You want to be poly, be poly. Let me know what's going on.
Honest. The thing is honesty above everything, because just be honest about what you have going on, because you never know what people will tolerate or accept.
Yeah. And I mean, I shouldn't assume that people are monogamous. I shouldn't assume that. But I think that you know what people want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want me just popping up at your girl house, because then I'm gonna hit you with the why you assume that I wouldn't do that. What's wrong with that? Why wouldn't I do that? What's the problem?
But also when they're in bed, Brandy reveals very important information about her past. She says she killed her ex because he was abusive.
Lying.
And I mean,
it's easy.
I
kind of believe her too, but it's easy to believe, and so it's like, oh, well, that's why she's kind of been standoffish. That's why she has, and honestly, your backstory ain't even got to be all that tragic in order for you not to be interested in motherfucking Darnell Wright. Somebody who's slanging fucking Chocolate City VIP cards. Like, nigga, don't nobody give a fuck. You buy your shirts from Faison Love out his truck.
Out the
fuck
truck.
You.
Out the back of the truck.
So yeah, I think.
And Darnell he doesn't leave. He's just
doesn't leave.
Okay. And then she asks him if he loves her.
And those 3 words, that phrase has been contested throughout this whole film, because Darnell's friend and like business partner, who's played by Bobby Brown, what's his name? T. He, of course they make a bet. Grown ass men making a fucking bet, like, oh, you ain't gonna get with her. You gonna have to tell her you love her. When you tell women you love her, you lose all control. Are y'all all right? How old are y'all? And what kills me is that T and Darnell and the other men of the club, they're having this conversation. It definitely reminded me of The Best Man, where it's four men, drinking together, and the camera is kind of circling the four, and they're having this conversation, and it feels very like brotherly. It feels very loving, like they're trying to teach each other something, even though the teaching is like toxic. But y'all are okay with loving on each other in this way. Y'all don't want to tell women you love them. Y'all all right? What's going on?
That's a question that's still on the internet about men not really liking women. They just like to have sex with women, but that's a whole nother conversation. That's still kind of relevant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did forget about that point. So the reason why Darnell is going hard at Brandy is because this bet he made with T of really trying to smash. And then he calls.
And I think he would have done it without the bet, honestly.
Yeah.
I think he's that much of a fucking dog. Like, he would have done it without the bet.
And then he calls. He doesn't even wait to get home. He calls from her house. Tomo, yeah, guess what I just did? Guess what I just did? Like, really, sir? So after that, Brandy is like, oh, we go together now. Brandy's one of them girls that's like, oh, we had sex, we go together now. So you stuck with me. I don't know what you thought, but we go together now. What's next? Is the birthday next?
Yes, because so she's like, we go together. She comes to pick him up in a limo. She like, what you doing? You just can't be popping up. And right there is where she should have been like, oh, okay. You mad that I'm popping up at your job when before you fucked, you would have been happy to see me just pop up. What is wrong with her just popping up to him? What's in his head? Explain it to me.
Ain't nothing to explain because he did it multiple times. He was popping up at her job. So now tables are turned. Now you mad?
You just can't be popping up at my job. And also, you popped up at everybody's job. You popped up at Adrian's job. You popped up at Nikki's job. You popped up at Mia's job, not Mia's job, at Brandy's job. And you're mad because I don't even knock on Chocolate City's door. I just rolled up, saw you outside, like, hey, what's up? You want to be the one moving. You want all of your women to be stagnant, and you want to be the one moving around, checking up on them. That's what you want.
He's one of those guys, like if any of the other girls he was dating, if they had multiple guys, he would be so in his feelings.
Oh my God. He couldn't take it.
Like, what do you mean you're dating other people? What? There's some point where Darnell has Brandy's limo and he's riding around in her limo with the driver, and he has new clothes, and as he goes to his mom's house, and his mom was like, oh, I see you got a rich one now. Like, what are you doing? But so little sister's prom is the same day as Brandy's birthday, and he's supposed to see his girl on her birthday, but he's running around the city. He needs to see his sister off to prom, meet her date. But then also, again, we have Mia. So Mia sees the limo and she's like, what's up? And first he says some lie, but then he ends up being like, Brandy, this is Brandy paid for everything, whatever. So him and Mia end up hanging out all night till the morning, while Brandy is in her house with her birthday cake,
fuming, hot. Brandy is on fire. But how wonderful is Lynn Whitfield? Because she has that like quiet rage. It's similar, but it's different to the rage she has in Eve's Bayou. Because in Eve's Bayou, she just can't go off. She still has to be a lady. Like she's still a
Yeah.
housewife, right? Like she can yell. She'll do that. But there's like just this very quiet power about Lynn Whitfield. It's different. It's like, I think Viola Davis has that same power, but it's never
Yeah.
scary like it is with Lynn Whitfield.
No,
Like
this
Lynn
was
Whitfield, I'm like,
scary.
oh, this bitch about to put a curse on. I don't.
Because when she was sitting in her kitchen with her birthday cake, just waiting for him to not show up, you knew something was going down. And then we see the next morning, birthday cake with a butcher knife in it is on his door.
So I think I've never seen Fatal Attraction,
I haven't
but I
either.
know the film exists and I know what it's about. And it's different because I know that in Fatal Attraction, this man, he has a family, like he's married, he has a kid, and you know, it's one night of
He has a one night stand with.
it's an affair. It's an
Yeah.
affair. I don't know if it continues, but I know it's kind of, for him, it seems to be short lived. But for the woman he has an affair with, it's like, oh no,
Oh, we
no,
go
you're not about
together.
to just. And I think that we've seen films like this where we see like just unstable women, like it's all the time.
hmm
You know, like, because I'm thinking about Single White Female, thinking about that. I'm thinking about the women from the Witch movie. Who's that? Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. What was it?
I don't know.
The movie with Nev Campbell
Scream?
and the
I don't
black
know.
girl from Half and Half.
Girl, I didn't.
Are you
Oh, The
serious?
Craft?
You never seen the movie The Craft? Yeah.
I ain't seen it. Nope.
Oh Lord. But it's just, I'm so used to, I have all of this in my head. Now I done lost my point trying to remember these movies.
You know what
But
else had a movie like this?
what?
Beyonce and Idris Elba
Oh,
and
God.
that white guy.
Mm-hmm. But it's typical, like, these people have families. I think in Single White Female, I don't think she had children, but she was like with somebody. Like, there was even that movie. What's the white girl from Clueless? Alicia Silverstone, was that her name?
Yeah.
Like, she was in a movie with a dude she had a crush on. With her teacher, she had a crush on, and she like poured them bees into that girl's photography studio. What I'm saying is this. They got women up here acting a fucking fool for these niggas.
We need to do the reverse, because it's really the men who be out their mind.
Playing these games.
No, let a woman have a one night stand with a man. Don't be act like men don't be thinking they go together after one night.
Oh, well, I mean, didn't Omar Epps and Nia Long just do that? And I feel like Michael Ealy.
I can't watch those movies. When I see those people and then the movie look kind of scary, I'm like, I can't watch this because this is gonna be a hot ass mess. I don't even bother.
I don't think it did that well.
It didn't look like it did,
because Omar Epps is wonderful and so is Nia Long.
They're all good. This, like, they have these amazing actors in these movies, and it's like, why?
Like, the budget, it just all went to the actors, didn't it? Is that what it is? Child,
but you know what? I can't complain because them Nigerian movies on Netflix were the same way.
Child, I just remember somebody had me watching the film Beyonce, and I just thought, why has Beyonce, the character has changed twice, and I can't deal. What the hell is going on? Y'all, it's too much. And another thing that I'm seeing is these fucking, I don't know if they're considered Bollywood films, but they are like these Indian films, and it's like somebody throws a baby off of the building with their hair, and the person jumps to save it. It's like so fucking dramatic. And it's like defying every law of physics. everyone. It's like, what is this? Like,
And there
what
must be
is
something to it because telenovelas, they be out of control too. So
people
it
of
must be
color just
must be
hey, get
something.
it? People of color just be on screen acting a fool, and I
That's why
support it.
I can't
I
be mad at
support
Tyler
it.
Perry. I can't be mad at Tyler Perry because when you get into these Nigerian movies, these Bollywood movies, these telenovelas, it's
I
all a
think the
soap opera.
difference. I think the difference is like the Nollywood and the Bollywood. Like they know what they are. They know what they are. They know that they know this is all ridiculous. Like so I think Tyler Perry is like trying to like serve us, you know, steak for like $80, and it's like this is a banquet meal. What is this? This is a banquet meal. Child, anyway. But he ain't the only one who do that. So, and I really enjoy Tyler Perry as like a cultural icon. I think his films do have some work to do as far as like issues with like homophobia are concerned and issues with like skin color are concerned. It's like, but I think there are other people who have these concerns too. But I don't know, like it all kind of like rests on Tyler Perry in this odd way. I'm like, y'all, I don't know. It's like we put a lot on Tyler Perry, and it's like
because he
y'all
has the
know it's other people
biggest
out here acting a fool, right?
because he has the biggest budget. I think people assume you have all these resources. It should be better. It's one thing if you don't have no resources and you do the best you can with what you got. But he got a lot. So if you're using the
And it's
best you
like yeah.
can with what you got.
And it's like Diddy is out here stealing money from artists, but at least the music was good. Pharrell, they say, Khalees said Pharrell out here stealing shit. Won't get this girl her fucking masters, whatever. But at least the music was good. Okay? Yeah, child.
Back to the show. Where were we?
Yeah, so
We were talking about Lynn Whit, the Fatal Attraction in this movie.
yes.
I was looking up the reviews, and a lot of the reviews for this movie compared it to Fatal Attraction, but they were saying a lot of the reviews were a thin line between love and hate. They said the plot wasn't as good. It moved slow, but there wasn't a lot of depth to it. I think, and I see it with Brandy's character. It's like she says she had an abusive ex, but we don't really understand why she is the way she is.
So it's directed by Martin Lawrence. He did some of the writing. This reminds me of a Martin Lawrence episode. Martin Lawrence is not juggling multiple storylines. I think that, and maybe this is a choice. Maybe this is not a shortcoming. I don't know. I sometimes I feel like it's not my place to like offer scathing critiques, and this might come off as scathing, but I mean it with all love. I don't think that Martin Lawrence develops the supporting cast at all. There is no storyline unless it's if it's not in the service of the main story or in the service of Martin,
but it doesn't matter.
Nothing is getting
it's
done.
Like Mia is an angel, Brandy is crazy.
Yeah. The mother is there for him. I mean, other than, I think the only person who has something going on is the sister because she's going to prom. But the only reason we care about that is because we want to see Darnell be a protective big brother.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And I think his idea of protection is also like a bit toxic in a way. I just don't think that that's something that he does. It would have been great for them to like do some research on Brandy to be like, she was never married, or she, she
or just dig deeper into her personality.
Yeah, again, we have a film featuring a woman pretty in a prevalent way, and she doesn't have any friends. She doesn't, but I think
And she's
it
very
would have
accomplished. For her, she's
super
very
accomplished.
accomplished, but then she has like this secret past. It's like, okay, are we gonna kind of develop to see how this happened or who
And there
she
are no
is?
clues for him to be like, like maybe I should leave this alone. I think that's why everything feels it feels fast. It doesn't, I don't feel, there's no tug for me, right? There's no like, but it's just, first, she is a stern lady who ain't got time for the foolishness, and now she is completely unstable and she's mad, and
I
it's like,
know.
I don't feel nothing for her. I would like to feel something for her. I would say even Love and Hip Hop did a better job with the character of Jocelyn Hernandez. It's like, but she's funny and she's charming. Like, there's something about her. You want to get to know, like, she's beautiful. She really wants to be a musician. She really loves her daughter.
You kind of feel for her, and you
There's
kind of
a
end up feeling for her
troubled
in a way.
background. There's a really troubled background. She's in this relationship that feels a little abusive. You want to root for her, but she is a villain. She's a villain in that show. And here with Brandy, it doesn't feel complicated at all. We don't know
No.
where she's from. We don't see her family. It would have been great to see more of Mia's family too, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? It would have also been good to see not Martin, but Darnell, and how he's handling the death of his father. Like, I would have, like, how long has this man been gone? And we just don't really get much about it. Like, okay. Like, but can we talk about that? We don't have to talk about it. I mean, how many scenes in this film feature people besides Darnell?
Without him,
Yeah.
I can't think of any.
I think that's very telling. Is that's why I was saying, like, it's kind of like Martin. It's kind of like the show. It's like, it's one story being told here. That's it.
So, Darnell did not see Brandy on her birthday. She is pissed. She drops the birthday cake off at his front door and kind of disappears. What else? She threw a brick in his car.
She
broke the
injures
windshield.
herself.
Went to the no, but before that, is that when he went to the police station to try to get a restraining order because his mom told him.
Yeah, so
go to the police station.
So there is, before the brick in the car, there's the birthday cake. Then he goes over to her house, and she's laying in her pool looking cool as fuck. She looks so motherfucking cool in the motherfucking shades. That bitch is rich, okay? Not a hair out of place, skin on, not a blemish, not a wrinkle. Miss Mamas gets her facials, okay? So she's in her pool, and he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't make it to your birthday. Oh, there's no need to explain anything, honey. Don't worry about it. We just friends. I was getting bored with your little whack ass anyway. And he's just like, okay, well, whatever. Like, maybe we can be friends. So yeah, so she's like, whatever. And he's like, I'm just have something I want to return to you. And it's a knife that was like stabbed into the birthday cake. Now, why would you give this woman a sharp object? Why would you return the knife? You should have went in there and collected all the knives and said, I'm going to take these because I don't trust your ass. You don't need this. You cut shit with a butter knife. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't care if you got to cut a whole watermelon with a butter knife. You figure it out.
Get that plastic cake knife to give at Publix.
Okay? That's what you do. That's the only knife you can use. I don't give a fuck I don't care what you cutting up. So then she takes the grapefruit, puts it in a pair of stockings, and get the beating her ass. She puts her arm in a closet door, slams the door on her arm, and she goes to the hospital, and Darnell thinks that Mia's in the hospital.
Well, he gets a call from the hospital and says Mia's at the hospital and that he needs to come quick. And he gets there looking for Mia, and no, ain't no Mia, it's Brandy. And he's like, I thought Mia was here. And she goes, well, if I said it was me, would you have came? So, of course, I'm going to tell him my name is Mia.
Oh, we missing before this. She show up at his house. Now, how this bitch got the key, I don't know. But
she
show up to
cooking
the
breakfast.
Burning the bacon. Bitch, you know you can't cook.
Good morning. Darnell, you scared me.
What do you mean I scared you? What are you doing, Brandy?
Well, I made you some bacon, and I was making pancakes, but then I realized I didn't know whether you liked them dark, light, or fluffy.
Bitch, everybody black like they pancakes the same. Fucking a little thick, or just a little bit thick with the crunchy outside rim. That's how everybody like them.
You said you loved me. I saw how you looked at me, and you just don't feel
Brandy,
good this morning. Come on, honey,
motherfucker.
just hold me.
And you know, they get to tussling.
What the fuck wrong with you?
Just a little bit, and she's like, you put your hands on the wrong one.
Now stop playing fucking games and get the fuck out.
You put your hands on the wrong woman.
But I think even up to that point, you know, Darnell think it's sweet. Darnell think he home free, and he's just not. But again, it's the swift shift in perspective. It's like, are you talking to multiple people? You've been like, you said you were bored with me. You said let's just call it what it is, and now you're making me pancakes. I'm confused. But also, Darnell,
Brandy wasn't letting Darnell go. She's not gonna let him go easy.
No, but also I think it's you don't see that this is what you've been doing. You told her you love her.
Yep.
And then you leave. It's her birthday. It's her birthday. If you tell me you love me and you say it's my birthday and I gotta go somewhere, you gonna come with me. Like, oh, I gotta go talk to my sister, see my sister. Just come with me. Just chill in the car while I go take these pictures in, so we can go celebrate your birthday.
The problem is he was hugged up with Mia. That's the
in
issue.
My car, in the
Exactly.
clothes I bought you, bitch.
With my driver waiting outside, waiting for y'all to finish. Y'all to wake up in the morning. That's what
you
it
think
is.
The driver told her?
I think that's how she knew where he was.
Good job, driver.
She's like, "Where's my limo?
Where are my things?
Where are you guys?"
I would have made him return that limo and return the clothes, and as well as the knife. So yeah, so she shows up to the house, making bacon, like doing what he did, right? Just showing up uninvited, trying to insert herself into his life, trying to take on this domestic role, like you're cooking bacon. No, get out, you know. Then she injures herself, has him arrested. He gets out of jail. Then she throws the brick through his car. Then his mama is like, "Oh, I'm about to beat this bitch ass." Delareese come out that house.
Get your ass out the car. Mama.
Oh, little mama's boy.
And you better believe that I will bust your head wide open. You don't come around here harassing me. Don't nobody mess with my baby.
And Delareese is another one who, and I think I'm allowing this to, like her character from Harlem Nights is kind of carrying over to this role here, because it's like, I don't want to mess with Delareese. I will never in my life. There are women, I'm not messing with Lynn Whitfield. I'm not messing with Delareese. I'm not messing with Eartha Kitt.
Nope.
These are just people I'm not messing with. The mother and Brandy have some words. She drives off. She's like, living in this ghetto.
Snatch your ass through that. I've been wanting to meet you. Well, get out of here. Go on, watch out for your son. Get on out of here. Get out.
I was like, damn, Brandy.
No, before that, she was just like, "Oh, hey, mama, I've been waiting to meet you. How you doing?"
Whew. So he go file a restraining order. This bitch take his tires, bust his side mirror, fuck his whole shit up in front of the police station. She probably paid cops to do it.
She ain't got no chill.
None. The police will not give him a restraining order. And yeah. So he riding around just window, sans window. You know you getting a ticket. You know you can't do that. How are you even doing that? How is the wind not fucking you up?
He asking Mia if she cold. They got blankets in the back.
Bitch, can we take Peach's car?
Exactly.
We ain't got Uber yet, but I know we got cabs.
They got cabs. Shit. They might have to get on the bus or something.
Where Bobby Brown at? Take his car. Shit. Yeah. So Brandy knows about the date. How she know about it? Brandy knows about the date with Mia. Call him on that cell phone. Is like, get rid of her. You know I ain't with it. Get rid of that bitch. You know what's scary? Some men like that, and some people like that.
It's toxic.
You was out with them. You better get rid of them. I ain't playing these games. Like, that shit is not cute. That is scary.
People toxic people are drawn toward each other.
Child.
And if you grew up in a toxic house, that's familiar. That's normal. Everybody got to cleanse mentally, physically, spiritually.
And I think had she called him crying, oh, he would have loved it. Are you with someone else? Why are you with her? Are you like,
what about me?
He would have loved it. But it's because she has the potential to do him harm. That is when it's like, oh no. Oh no. Like, I'm not in control of this. Oh no. No, I don't like this.
Well, he thought she was going to be like all his other women when he kind of broke it off with the other women he was seeing. They yelling, "Oh, F you, Darnell," whatever, and kept it moving. But Brandy ain't like them other women. She different. Ain't no F you, Darnell, and keep it moving.
It's, I want to see your brain splattered in my pool. So, yeah. So he threatens, or Brandy threatens Mia. And so Darnell breaks things off at the club. Why did you bring her to the club? I done got dressed. I done put this French roll in my hair. I done got ready. And you gonna come break up with me, bitch? You could have broke up with me over the phone.
Exactly.
So Mia's super confused, but the foolishness continues. It continues. So, everybody's at home. Brandy done blew up the damn club. Brandy done set the shit on.
Yes, I forgot about that part.
Brandy is not kidding around, and it's like, girl, what are you really trying to ruin this man?
She's like, I'm gonna take you and everything you got.
And so that's kind of where the story ends, because after that we get the big fight, and
well, now Darnell has to go confront her.
Mm-hmm.
He can't just brush it off, because now you're messing with his work. Other people are involved. The owner of the club is like, what the F?
Yeah.
Like,
And
how?
she's not letting it go. She's not. I've done everything you wanted to do. I got rid of Mia. I'm not with her, and you're still antagonizing me. Now I have to confront you. I don't think he went up there with a plan, because had you went up there with a plan, you wouldn't have gone alone.
No, he wasn't thinking. He thinking, oh, this is a woman. I'm a man. What's she gonna do?
Yeah.
But we find out what she do.
Yeah. Beat your ass, shot your ass in the
Tied him
shoulder, but then blood was coming from his head. It was giving Tyler Perry just a little bit now, because I was like, wait a minute. Shot. Okay. But yeah, so T and Mia drive up there to help him out. Again, they don't come with backup, and I don't understand. But yeah, they come out victoriously, and we see him wake up in the hospital surrounded by Mia, his family. Smitty's there. I don't think I saw T, but I'm sure T is there as well. And Brandy, we see her mugshot.
Mm-hmm. And that's how it ends. It's a thin line.
I wouldn't mind a sequel.
Between love and hate. You wouldn't mind a sequel?
I would not mind a sequel. With the original cast, because I'm wondering, like, what happens with Brandy after this. I would love a prequel, actually. Like, what did happen
that
with
would
that
be better.
Husband? Let's write it. Let's me and you write it.
Everything Brandy went through, how she got successful in real estate, what fueled her. Where's her family? Is she even from LA? She probably not even from LA.
Oh, she's like another
there. She moved there to start a new life.
And she gonna move somewhere else to start a new life.
Yep. When she got out of jail, she's gonna go somewhere else to get a new life, a new city, new man, everything.
Child. What is it? It's a movie or it's a miniseries? What is it?
Might have to be a miniseries.
I think it's a miniseries.
Yeah,
I think it's like a 6-part miniseries. HBO. Yep. Come talk to us, because I'm serious. I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna write up a treatment. I'm gonna send it to you, and we can flesh it out.
Okay.
That's gonna be my next project, along with the other 50 projects that I'm doing that have not progressed in the last 10 years, because I am a fool. Anyway, that is A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with another film and more opinions. Leave a review and tell us what you'd like for us to watch. And let's keep the convo going on Instagram. You can find us at Curry Gumbo. Be well. Happy watching. Love y'all. Bye.